Good day everyone! In this video, we are going to discuss to you some of the Larong Lahi. But before we proceed, let me introduce to you the members of the group 2. I am Hazel Antonio, leader of the group.
I'm Masaya Rose.
Hi, my name is Carmela Kaypain.
Hi, I am Angeline Matutino.
I am Maria Daniela M. Tabios.
I'm Chris Noriel Balagtas.
I am Beatrice D. Villamanca.
I am Jerome Briones.
Tumbang Preso is also known as Tumbalata or otherwise Batolata, and it has maintained its popularity over the years. The fabulous sport has been passed from generation to generation because of the fun and creativity derived from it. Tumpang Preso is a unique traditional game in the Philippines that is favorite among Filipino children. The name of this sport is derived from the Filipino words tumba, which means to fall, and preso, which means prisoner, translating to fallen prisoner. The game is played on backyards, streets, and open areas. It borrows elements from tag and dodgeball to inculcate in those who play it strategic thinking and agility. Mechanics of the game. Each player must have a sleeper, and the taya is in charge of the can. The can must be placed at a distance away from the players. The player's goal is to hit the can using their sleepers and then run without getting caught by the taya by the time they make the can stand.
Look something. This is the game that uses no toys. Instead, we use only our arms and legs to execute this activity. We call this game Look something. According to our old folks, this activity originated from Tamunduan City in the province of Nueva Ecija, Philippines. The mechanics of Look something. The objective of the game is for all players in the team to jump over the height of the piled hands of the opposing team. A player must avoid hitting the piled hands with any part of his body or clothing. The two mothers are expected to be high jumpers.
So let's introduce the patintero. Introduction. Patintero is a popular Filipino game that pulls one in from the word go. It is also known as tubigan and has attracted the attention of many individuals all over the world. The super popular game applies to both children and adults, and it tests an individual's agility and spatial awareness. So Patintero is a native game in the Philippines that requires two teams with at least 5 players on each side. So the object of the game is to block the harang or the players from the opposing team from passing. It is the best practice for hand-eye coordination and strategic thinking. Find out everything that makes this game worth the while. So, the adults also play patintero as a recreational activity during family or friends gatherings. So, patintero is the Tagalog term for this outdoor game. Although some kids call it harangang taga or harang taga. So, the content of the game. The object of the game is to cross the rectangle back and forth without getting tagged. The tagger is usually assigned per crosswise line. Taggers can only move along the respected lines with the exception of the tagger on the first line, who is regarded as the team leader. And lastly, the mechanics of the game. First, the game is started with a toss of a coin. Whoever wins becomes the passer. Next, a time limit of 2 minutes is given to each team to score. Next, once the limit elapses, the line guards assume the position of the passer and vice versa. Fourth, passers are supposed to cross the lines from the starting point and back. Fifth, 4 line guards are positioned on the vertical line and 1 on the horizontal line of the court. So their feet always be on the line. 6 line guards tag the passer with powered hands. And lastly, if any of the passers tag the line guard, immediately assumes the position of passer even if the 2 minutes limit has not elapsed.
Pico is the Philippine variation of the game hopscotch. Hopscotch is a popular playground game in which players toss a small object called a lagger into the numbered triangles or pattern of rectangles outlined on the ground and then hop or jump through the spaces and retrieve the object. It is a children's game that can be played with several players or alone. Mechanics of the game. The players stand behind the edge of a box and each should throw their cue ball. The first to play is determined depending on the player's agreement. Example, nearest to the moon, wings or chest. Whoever succeeds in throwing the cue ball nearest to the place that they have agreed upon will play first. The next nearest is second and so on. The cue ball on a certain box according to order and you have to escape the box with your cue ball in it. Once you step at the lines or outside the pattern, you will be disqualified. Once you reach the box before the box with your cue ball in it, you have to pick your cue ball up then skip the box that was with it before. The first one to complete the game will be the winner.
Luksong lubig background of the game. The jump rope is the famous game in the Philippines. It's been invented during the 100s. The game is played mostly girls inside or outside their house. Luksong lubig come from the accent invasion in this generation. Then try put in one fun in adding some music or manual way of counting when playing it throughout. The years is has not only become from exercise but also competitive sports. It was invented by Americans or Filipinos has been vocal to innovate and teach the world about how it's supposed to be done this game. Basically, in challenge to the player's physical correction and mistake estimation. Loop is the Tagalog for jump and the lubid means loop. Mechanics of luksong lubid, each group have a maximum of 6 members. They should sing along which play it. Two maximum people hold the end of the rope. While the rest of the people will fall in a single line. One person most go first, then all of the people must follow what the first person then. They should keep jumping until the song ends.